Good evening, everybody. This is your From Pillow to Post SmackDown post-game show. I'm Joe White. Doing a lot of content today. The women's locker room having beef with Ronda Rousey and Jeremy Borash getting hired by WWE, and then we got SmackDown. Got this mixed match challenge live on Facebook here. Watching it right now. It's Becky Lynch and Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss. Is there somebody to hide this chat room on this thing? Ugh. I guess that's what it's all about. What about those graphics tonight? Anybody enjoy those graphics? Maybe I should get some graphics to pop up on my screen. I half expected them. Golly, they got 50,500 people watching this thing live. That's pretty good. It's about a quarter of the audience that Raw got. Ooh, Raw's audience went down. We're going to talk about the Raw ratings tonight, actually. Let's talk about that first. Let's talk about these Raw ratings. Raw ratings, of course, down. They reached over 4 million viewers last week for Raw 25. So it was proof that the lapsed fan does exist. It was proof that the lapsed fan will tune in for something big. But will they tune in again if they ever do something like that again? I'm guessing probably not. The show pretty much maintained over 4 million viewers. It almost hit 5 million viewers in that first hour. They were only 200,000 people away. The previous week, though, this is telling. You got to take Raw 25, I think, out of the equation. It was a special show. There was no football. But let's take Raw 25 out of the equation, okay? Let's take those extra 1.5 million fans out of the equation. Raw on the 15th of January did 3.25 million. 3,250,000 viewers. Raw 25's audience, again, we're not going to include that because it's inflated because of the lapsed fans. But how many people did the Royal Rumble bring back? How many were retained from that? How many tuned in to see Ronda Rousey? The rating did go up. If you look at it on a week-by-week basis, the rating went down. But if you put it into terms, you know, if you put it logically, if you put it the way you're supposed to read this here, it went up a little. Again, Raw on the 15th, 3,250,000. Raw last night, 3,395,000. It did go up quite a bit, about 100,000, almost a little bit over 100,000 people. It's not that much of a change, though. Now, next week, now that we know Rousey's not coming back until after the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, probably until after February, that rating is going to tank right down below 2 million again. Mark my words. Mark my words. Unless they give us something huge, which I doubt. This build-up for the Elimination Chamber is going to be freaking abysmal as far as ratings go. Check in with this Mixed Match Challenge thing. See how this is going on. Becky Lynch tagging in Sami Zayn. But those graphics tonight. Those graphics tonight were freaking crazy. Elimination Chamber is going to be freaking abysmal as far as ratings go. Sorry, I had to check and make sure I was still connected here. But those graphics tonight, man, started off with Shinsuke coming out, and when he does his little pose, the word Rockstar flashed across the screen. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? It scared me for a second there. I thought I didn't know what the fuck. I thought I was tripping my face off. And then it continued on throughout the night, even with the pre-taped cell phone promos. Oh, it got old really quick. Looked like an episode of Sesame Street. Tonight's SmackDown was truly, quote-unquote, something else. Yeah, it was. Give me a call. I'm dying to know what you guys thought of the show. 434-710-4900. 434-710-4900. Man. Let's talk about SmackDown. They're in Philly again for the last time, thank God. Tom Phillips, Byron Saxton, Corey Graves are your commentators. Nakamura makes his way to the ring. Of course, we got again that big rock star graphic as he did his little pose. Whose idea was this? Oh my God, I gotta know whose idea this was. Raw got new graphics. I guess SmackDown just needs new graphics everywhere, including during the promos. I was expecting one of them to go, "Obey your thirst," like the old, it reminded me of the old Sprite commercials from the late 90s, early 2000s. Nakamura says at the Rumble, Sami Zayn, need to face. John Cena, need to face. Roman Reigns, which got the boo of the night, need to face. And at WrestleMania, AJ Styles, need to face new WWE champion. It was great. I like this knee to the face thing. Reminds me of the old Rock thing with that very short time he had that boots to asses t-shirt. And, of course, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn go down and talk about how they got wrong last night. Blah, blah, blah. The same old crap we've got week after week after week out of these two. Now, granted, I'm surprised they're sticking with it as long as they have with these two. You know, we often complain about how they don't milk storylines, how they're so quick to change direction. I mean, yeah, it's getting kind of old, but it isn't over the top yet. I'll put it to you this way. These little cheesy graphics that they ran tonight got old quicker than this little team-up of Zayn and Owens has. I think more or less the Zayn-Owens aspect with Shane and Daniel Bryan is the whole, you're fired. No, you're not fired. Now we're going to do this. Now we're going to do this. Now you're going to fuck with the GM this way. Now we're going to screw with the GM that way. So they show what happened last night at the end of the match, and Kevin Owens did not make the tag. They thought he made the tag, but he didn't make the tag, but he was pinned. So, says, Nakamura goes, AJ is the winner. You are losers. It's awesome. It's so good. Kevin and Sammy prepare to prepare to corner Nakamura, and then AJ's music hits, and AJ goes, you know, there's going to be a dream match in New Orleans, and it's going to be on the grandest stage of them all. It's going to be between him and Nakamura right there, right now in Philly, though. He suggests that AJ and Nakamura be partners and take on Owens and Zayn. And to that, Kevin and Sammy say nope and leave. After Styles and Nakamura hit him with a forearm and knock him off the apron. It was a good opening segment. I liked it. Kevin and Sammy, of course, then go talk to Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan's like, well, they can't make matches, so I'll make the match, and he does. We saw that coming a mile away. And then we get our, then he makes another match for next week, saying, you guys want an opportunity? Fine. Owens and Zayn next week for the #1 contendership at Fastlane. Everybody thought that there was not another pay-per-view between the Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. We got two of them within 2 weeks of each other. So that's a comfort. So let's see. Fastlane 2018 is, as people are knocking crap over upstairs, it's on March 11th. So it's not, you get a little bit of a buffer there. You get about a month apart. Okay. So it's not exactly 2 weeks. But from Fastlane until WrestleMania, WrestleMania is on April 2nd. That other pay-per-view is February or March the 11th. No, excuse me. That was WrestleMania 33. Hold on here. Am I clicking the wrong thing? Let's try this again. So Fastlane is on March 11th, 2018. Which means from Fastlane until WrestleMania, so WrestleMania is on April the 8th. Okay. Still less than a month. Of course, the Raw brand will have way more time to prepare for WrestleMania, and they're going to need it because Raw always has. I think Raw last year had more matches than SmackDown, or did it even up by the time the pre-show was all done and over with? So you got from the 11th, you got four weeks from March 11th to April 8th. So good luck. Golly, it's not a lot of time to build the SmackDown side of things. Getting back to SmackDown, though. Match number 1 is Kofi Kingston versus Jinder Mahal versus Rusev versus Zack Ryder in a number 1 contenders match for the U.S. title. Pancakes everywhere. This match was all over the place. Finally, everybody, all the other ringside people, Kofi or Xavier, Big E, Mr. Rusev Day, they all, Aiden English, they all get thrown out. And Rusev ends up making Kofi tap for the win in this Fatal 4-Way. It was an okay match. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all the... I think the tomfoolery around ringside kind of took away from the whole thing a little bit. But Rusev is going to get a shot at Bobby Roode next week. Usos in the back. They have the tag team division on lock. And it's up next, and there's continue with the stupid graphics. We're back, and Corey Graves is complaining about pancakes, and I'm sitting here wondering, does this mean the bacon, bagels, bacon, and biceps brunch is going to take place again at WrestleMania weekend? They used to do that, I think, on either Saturday or Sunday morning. They would do the bacon, bagels, and biceps brunch. I was reminded of that when I was reading that the book Trump Mania, which was written by Lavi Margolin. We have an interview with him up on the site. I want to thank everybody who spread the word about that, including PW Insider for putting that in one of their posts today. Again, guys, phone lines are open, 434-710-4900 if you'd like to go ahead and give me a call. And let me know what you thought about tonight's SmackDown. Reminder, tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, it's the official, unofficial CWF Mid-Atlantic After Show. That is where we pretty much are the talking dead of CWF. We review the episode that airs at 9 o'clock over at CWFworldwide.com, and then we at 10:30 we go live and kind of discuss it and take live calls. Got another good week of Worldwide coming up. I have, again... got to have a little faith, but I think you're going to enjoy the episode of Worldwide. especially given what we saw on Sunday. Let's just say somebody who was in the Royal Rumble makes an appearance on Worldwide this week. So we're back for commercial, and they all talk about the fashion files with Brazongo taking over social media. And then they go to the back, and Ascension is wearing reading glasses, answering Twitter questions, and I hate this fashion file stuff. I don't like it at all. How many people have donated to the Patreon so far? Only one person. But hey, that's my $1 warrior right there. And you could be a $1 warrior as well by pledging $1 over at patreon.com/FromPillarToPostLive. The link is below in the description. You're going to get for $1, just $1, you're going to get exclusive content. I got a podcast going up tomorrow. I was going to record it and post it today, but I didn't get to it with everything else that was going on around here. But I'm going to be recording a podcast tomorrow that is going to be exclusive to my Patreons. My for their patronage, they're going to get an exclusive podcast talking about the one thing that is ruining wrestling today. And it's not the wrestlers, and it's not the booking. I'll leave you to decide who it is, or you to find out who it is, I should say. That's going to be dropping tomorrow afternoon, exclusively for my $1 warriors on patreon.com/FromPillarToPostLive. $1. All $1 also will get you the official, unofficial CWF after show in audio form. Otherwise, you got to check it out the video form. You got to load up that YouTube app. You want the audio form to download? $1 warrior gets you that every week. So Jimmy and Jay make their way to the ring after this damn, Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable interrupt the damn fashion files and toss over their computers. And, it was horrible. During all this kerfluffle, I was flipping over to the State of the Union address. And then I quickly flipped back to SmackDown because all it was rich white people praising other rich white people for doing rich white people things. I'm sick of it. Anyway. Not going to get into politics here. So then Jimmy and Jey Uso make their way to the ring and they cut a promo. And every time they cut a fucking promo, like saying somebody's on lock, this jail cell graphic would come over the screen. And the problem with this is they had to look at the Titantron to see when the graphic had disappeared before they could continue cutting the promo. It was horrible. It's like they'd be like, he's on lock, and then they'd look up at the Titantron. And when the jail cell thing would disappear, they go back to looking at the hard cam. It was horrible. So they cut a damn good promo, though. That's what killed me. I like the promo. Lights go out. Bludgeon Brothers make their way to the ring, walk past the Usos. We go to another commercial. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan versus Rory Gulak. Apparently this is Rory Gulak and somebody. Which one's Rory Gulak? I will tell you, I did like the one dude's singlet. He had a nice design on his singlet. So, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan squash two jobbers. Daniel Bryan says they're going to have the SmackDown Top 10. This is a Facebook video or a YouTube or Twitter video that was released this afternoon. And, of course, they put their little cheesy Batman graphics over top of it. If they're going to continue to do this, I'm going to call these the Batman graphics. Again, I'm surprised they didn't go, have graphics popped up every time somebody took a punch that said like, pow, zap, bam, So Shane McMahon's in the office. He's talking on the phone about the Royal Rumble. Ty Dillinger says, comes in. Baron Corbin comes in, talks about Daniel Bryan giving the opportunity to Owens and Zayn again. Asks Shane if he's still a McMahon, and Ty points out, hey, remember how you lost your money in the bank and Baron Corbin looks at him and goes, "Are you still here?" And then, of course, we settle things in the ring. So they make the match later for Corbin versus Dillinger. Charlotte Flair makes her way to the ring. We go to commercial again. Come back. We look at Ronda Rousey interrupting Asuka's announcement again. Don't you know they're going to shove that down our throat for the next week or two? Renee Young is in the ring wearing a referee's jacket. That's how it's best described. Asks Charlotte about having the front row seat watch of the Rumble, and of course Charlotte goes, "Yeah, it was great making history," but then Ronda Rousey comes out, and I was shocked. She mentioned Ronda Rousey's name, and half that audience booed the piss out of Ronda Rousey tonight. Was it because they knew they weren't going to see her? Or are they reading the women's wrestlers' tweets about how they were upstaged? Who knows? But the crowd did not. The crowd booed Rousey tonight. Charlotte wants to know who she's going to face, and then this leads to the Riot Squad coming out. They cut a fluffy little written promo. You could so tell this promo was written. It's just the way it's delivered by Ruby and the way it sounds. Nobody talks like that. So she... Sorry, I had to turn this damn heater off. So she cuts this horribly written promo that was probably written by one of the TV writers backstage, and they all gang up on Charlotte and beat her up, and out comes Carmella with a referee. Carmella drop kicks the referee by accident, and he goes to the floor. The setup for this is the referee is trying to get the ring announcer to announce everything, and that she's cashing in, and when the referee goes to the floor, Carmella's looking at the referee going, "Come on, get up, get up." I got an idea. Why doesn't she wave at the back to get another referee down? Again, we're putting logic in this. I don't think we can put logic in this anymore. So Carmella, basically Charlotte ends up recovering while this referee is out on the floor, and Carmella realizes now she has no chance because Charlotte's up and Charlotte's recovered and Charlotte's pissed. So she gets out of the ring, goes to get her briefcase, and then goes to the back because the briefcase was never announced as being cashed in. The bell never rung on the cash in. I like this. I actually thought this was pretty clever. It's been a while since we've had a false cash in from Carmella. Do I think she's going to cash it in before WrestleMania? No. Maybe after. Maybe the night after WrestleMania, the SmackDown after WrestleMania, she'll cash it in. Or attempt to cash it in. Do I think she's... Here's the thing. If Asuka ends up facing Charlotte, we're going to see a failed cash in. Because I think Asuka's going to win at WrestleMania. If Asuka does not win at WrestleMania and does not get a WWE title or women's title at WrestleMania, that crowd's going to full on flip their lid. The annoying crowd that we've seen in Philadelphia the last 4 days is going to be times 10 at WrestleMania in New Orleans. They're going to be times 10 when it comes to drunkenness. You're going to have the international fans mixed in there with it, the people who come all the way from the UK. Even though WWE goes to the UK about 2 weeks after WrestleMania, they still pay hundreds upon thousands of dollars to come here. And anyway. The Electric City Saint in the chat room goes, that Ruby Riott promo is like what I like to call the Rita Repulsa bit. It's real over the top and forced. She even has the raspy, nasally voice. Kind of fits for her, though. Would be better if it wasn't so damn scripted. I agree. I totally agree. If you're going to have Ruby Riott as a heel, I totally agree. Nakamura's in the locker room, and AJ Styles goes, hey, you want to discuss the match? And Nakamura, I love Nakamura during this. He goes, I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania. And AJ reminds him about their match again. I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania, you know? And AJ asks if he's messing with him. And Nakamura's like, yeah, I'm just messing with you. Just listen to me out there. It'll be okay. When in all reality, we know Nakamura's not messing with AJ Styles. That was good. I love that backstage segment. The whole thing was good. Renee Young back with her zebra jacket asking Carmella about what happened. Carmella's like, this is just how I wanted. I want Charlotte to remember that I have the briefcase and that I'm the most dangerous person on SmackDown. And that I wasn't going to wrestle. Carmella reminds us she's not going to wrestle with a broken nail. Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin. Who cares? Baron Corbin wins. That's all I got to say. The match was meh. Aiden English, we're in the back. Another cell phone promo, because now we could cut promos on our cell phones. Why send a full-on camera crew when we could just have the superstars open up a cell phone? Says Rusev is going to become the champion on Rusev Day, and Rusev says Rude's swan song, and we got graphics again. The cell phone promos do make it easier to produce. Because, again, you don't have to drag a camera crew over there. You don't have to edit it. You don't have to do anything. I get what they're trying to do with the cell phone promos. Here's what they're trying to do. The problem is they're doing it wrong. They are trying to go the whole Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho route. They're trying to create a rivalry on social media. The problem is that it is not organic. They're not going to let these guys say what they want to say back and forth to each other. And it's not social media when it's shown on television. It doesn't work. Plus, for a company like WWE where their production values are second to none, at least give them a cell phone with a decent camera on it to cut these things with. I did like where Bobby Roode is in the back with that calendar. And he's like, I got an appointment next Tuesday. And he circles the date. He goes, when you're champion, your schedule fills up fast. And he spells out glorious throughout the week. I did like that promo. I did like that. That was pretty funny. It was pretty damn good. It fit Bobby Roode. The only thing that I don't get is the Bobby Roode character. Why is he always out there in the robe? Didn't Bobby Roode wear nice-looking suits when he wasn't wrestling in NXT? Why can't he wear nice-looking suits out there when he's doing commentary? Who does that? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are in their locker room, and good news is one of them gets a title opportunity. Kevin says, yep. It's a shame they have to go against each other, says Sami. Kevin goes, yep. Sami says they just need an opportunity, and Kevin says Sami doesn't fail. Sami reminds Kevin about being pinned on Sunday. Kevin's like, you lost in the Royal, you got eliminated in the Rumble. Sami goes, we're not going to fail tonight. And Kevin is like, yeah, we're not going to fail. You know, you're not going to fail tonight. Kind of teasing a breakup between the two. Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable versus Fandango and Tyler Breeze. Who the fuck cares about this one? Gable and Shelton win. Then we go to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles and Nakamura. Our chat room, the Snapchat/Instagram promos would actually be interesting if it was executed better. It's something different, but feels real strange. WWE, I think, is way above cell phone promos. They aren't an indie. I agree on that. This match was all over the place. I liked it. I liked the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus AJ Nakamura match. I like when, Zayn wasn't in his corner and Kevin Owens is yelling about him not being in the corner. And Zayn's going back up the ramp and goes, hey, let's see how long you last without your guardian angel. Then they go to the commercial, and then they come back, and Zayn is still on the stage, but then he runs in later on and breaks up a pinfall, gets back at the corner. They chop each other to tag each other in, showing this, growing tension between the two. Owens ends up getting a kick, Owens ends up getting getting kicked into Zayn, and Zayn thinks Owens hit him intentionally. Goes to the back. Truth is, I got to go get ready for my Mixed Match Challenge thing. Styles with a forearm to Owens. Owens catches Styles with a gut buster, followed by an elbow drop from the turnbuckle. I like that spot. That gut buster into that like Vader bomb-esque elbow drop was awesome. Styles then hits the Pele kick, tags in Nakamura, who hits a flying boot. Owens blocks a kick, but Nakamura hits him with the other foot. Ends up hitting the Kinshasa. And we get the win. After the match, they're in the back because Zayn's watching all this on the monitors and asks, Renee goes, is this the end of your friendship? Sammy goes, nope, this is about opportunities, and it's my time to be the champion, and next week I'm going to be known as the guy who beats Kevin Owens, and after Fastlane, I'm going to be the guy who's WWE champion, and then we go to credits. It was, besides the two mid-card tag matches, the show was pretty damn good. I mean, honestly, the undercard, I'll be honest here, the undercard sucked tonight. Dillinger versus Corbin, who cares? Shelton Benjamin, Chad Cable versus Fandango and Breeze, who cares? Let's go to this other tag match that they had tonight here. What was it? Harper and Rowan versus the Damn Nobodies, who cares? These flashy freaking graphics are going to give somebody narcolepsy. There's a lot of good on this show, though. There was a lot of good. I liked the Fatal 4-Way. I liked the Charlotte promo. I like all the stuff with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and AJ and Shinsuke. Thank God this show is in 3 hours. That's all I'll say. Borash in WWE. I did a little bit of a video this morning chronicling that. Go check that out on the channel. I'm excited to see. Apparently he's going to be down in NXT. Apparently Goldust has a new partner in the Mixed Match Challenge. There was no women's match tonight, interestingly enough, says the Electric City Saint in the chat room. I know we got Charlotte Ruby promo and a cash-in, but that's a strange decision 2 days fresh off the Women's Rumble. That's because they don't want you to remember well, I can't say that because we got Sasha and Asuka last night. So apparently the 205 general manager is Drake Maverick, who is formerly Rockstar Spud. Oh, God. I'll be honest with you. I was a Spud fan back when he was just known as Spud. And, this was about 10 years ago. I'm not a fan of his promos. I'm not a fan of his look. The thing about him that gets me is every time he goes to speak, it looks like he's about to dislocate his own jaw when he talks. That's just... But anyway, Drake Maverick, Rockstar Spud, your 205 general manager. They're going to hold a 16-man tournament to crown the new champion. with the tournament culminating in a final match at WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans. I guarantee you, who wants to take bets that this tournament is going to be on the pre-show? The tournament finals are going to be on the pre-show. Do they even have 16 cruiserweights? Curious to see how Rockstar Spud looks. Do they even have cruiserweights? Like 16 cruiserweights on their roster? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, yeah, they do. They have exactly 16. Well, I don't know about that. Rich Swann is probably going to come back. But Noam Dar has inactive with a knee injury. Neville is not. Maybe this is a way to reintroduce Neville. Brian Kendrick has a facial fracture. So 4 out of the 16 that they do have are questionable. That leaves them with a roster of 12. Tozawa, Daivari, Cedric, Gulak, Gallagher, Grand Metalik, Hideo Hitami, Kalisto, Lance Dorado, Mustafa Ali, and then they have TJP and Tony Nese. I don't know what the deal is. So that's your cruiserweight news, I guess. Anyway, that's your SmackDown recap. That's your 205 Mixed Match Challenge. Who won the Mixed Match Challenge here? Let me see this here. Who won this? Oh, Alexa Bliss and Strowman. Naomi and Jimmy Uso have to face Goldust and Mandy Rose. Are they bringing someone up from NXT? Let's see. Who's on NXT that they could bring up right now? Not Gargano. Oh, watch it, Gargano. Let's see here. Who could they bring up? They could bring up Leo Rush. Who is, they could bring up Leo Rush. Apparently, Tyler Bate is on 205 Live now, tonight. So Tyler Bate is going to fill one of those slots probably. Leo Rush is the only guy I could think of that, hey, bring him up, put him on 205 Live. He's already rubbed the roster the wrong way, so who knows? Could you bring up Pete Dunne? Does Pete Dunne weigh more than 205? His build weight is exactly 205. Hell, they're not doing anything with this European Championship or this damn UK Championship. Why not? It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, the whole tournament thing, it makes me laugh because isn't that how the division got started in the first place? And I'll say it again. I'll say one thing, too. If this tournament does not end with Cedric Alexander winning the whole shebang, I'm going to be pissed. Because there's nobody on that roster that's better than Cedric Alexander. In ring work, I'll say mic work as well. Nobody on that roster can really, in reality, hold a candle to Alexander. But I do hope it's not Gargano. I don't think it will be Gargano because we got to get the Gargano-Ciampa feud before anything else. I'm going to get off here for the night, folks. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope you're able to join us tomorrow night For the official, unofficial CWF Mid-Atlantic After Show, be sure to go over to CWF Worldwide at 9 p.m. Eastern and watch Worldwide. It's a hell of an episode. It features a match between, I can tell you right now, one of the matches, Jesse Adler versus Kane Justice. And they tear the house down. I'll say it now. They tear the freaking house down. So be sure to watch that again, CWFWorldwide.com at 9 p.m. Eastern. NXT is going to be a filler episode anyway. I have a feeling. It's always the filler episode until they can tape again. You're going to see matches that were taped before this, before the takeover thing, which mean nothing. So, after you watch NXT, go over to CWFWorldwide.com. Watch Worldwide from 9 to 10. And then at 10:30, get right back over here on the channel for the official, unofficial CWF Mid-Atlantic After Show. And we will see you tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in.